Good afternoon, everyone. It's the evening now. It's after 6, right? Yeah. Good evening, everyone. It's so nice for you all to be here. This crowd gets bigger and bigger every year. And the ladies on the front row, you look absolutely stunning. I just love you. And I know most of you, one way or the other, we've touched bases. You may know my face, or you may not know my face, but you know my emails. So we'll go ahead and get started. I just want to make an announcement. Once we do all of our presentations, all of our honorees today, we would like to take a group picture. So it'll appear in the Windsor Journal. We're sending it to the Inquirer, it'll be on Constant Contact and in the Hartford Current, hopefully. So you guys are getting exposure, so you better get your paparazzi together. What am I going to do here? So I'd just like to begin with some remarks, if I may. So, our wonderful community and our special guests and our VIP Phenomenal Women of 2023. Round of applause, please. Also, a tremendous amount of gratitude and thanks to Ms. Sandra Brown, our executive assistant, our liaison, Mr. Patrick McMahon, all the members currently sitting on the women and the women of the Town of Windsor Human Relations Commission, including the one in the front row that wants to work. That one, yeah. Raise your hand, Cassie. There you go. The Windsor Town Council, and many other boards, committees, and organizations represented and or viewing. The actual celebration of Women's History Month grew out of a week-long celebration of women's contributions to culture, history, and society organized by the School District of Sonoma, California in 1978. Presentations were given at dozens of schools. Hundreds of students participated in a real women's essay contest, and parade was held in downtown Santa Rosa. A few years later, the idea caught on with communities, school districts, and organizations across the country. In 1980, President Jimmy Carter, bless his soul, issued the first presidential proclamation declaring the week of March 8th as National Women's History Week. The U.S. Congress followed suit the next year, passing a resolution establishing a national celebration. 6 years later, the National Women's History Project successfully petitioned Congress to expand the event of the entire month of March, to the entire month of March. The day officially celebrated yesterday as International Women's Day and today in Windsor. The theme for 2023 is celebrating women who tell our stories. When I thought of this recognition 3 years ago, I never imagined that it would continue to inspire in the way it has taken flight alongside the Bridge Builder Awards. Shout out Bridge Builders if you're in the house. Just 3 years later, there were 56 nominations this year to speak to that. Coming from a family with a very strong, proud, and virile female presence and stamp, I know how proud I am to have the opportunity to experience and express my gratitude to each one of you. With my mom, in addition to Mother's Day and all the other days, I have and still look to her for. Hey, Mom. It is not easy being a woman recognized in this world, and women today face even more challenges both here in the United States and around the world, of injustices, disrespected, not always honored for what they continue to do in and for their societies and communities, and the many, many accomplishments and achievements, some of which we honor tonight, but of which Windsor is full of. Women still are facing factors of gender bias, pay inequality, single-parent households, and making ends meet, among other issues. As of 2022, there are 164.8 million women in the United States. 1,842,128 women in Connecticut. There are 87,579 more women in Connecticut than there are men, which is 2.43 of the population. And here at home, there are 15,215 women, or 52.4 of women here alone, which beats the male population. So watch out, guys. This year, we celebrate some of our outstanding women in the 3rd anniversary of this ceremony. Town of Windsor Phenomenal Women Award of the Windsor Human Relations Commission, which is an inspiration and honor for women of Windsor. We offer you special thanks. Because you're worth it and reflect our belief in every woman's worth, each year we honor a small percentage of extraordinary women. Women who are making a difference in their communities they serve, and all of your magnificence. These women selflessly give their time, energy, and passion to causes close to their hearts. We offer this small token of appreciation to our new members of a strong sorority, society, and community, and the world. Continue to make the difference that you make each and every day, and be the change that is needed. Thank you, and congratulations. Without further ado, I'd like to ask, where's Commissioner Lizette, if you will come forward, please.
Hello. Congratulations on the great success. I'm going to read a poem by Maya Angelou called Phenomenal Women. And I'm really nervous, so don't hold it against me. Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model's size. But when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. I walk into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man, the fellows stand or fall on their knees. They swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes and the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist and the joy in my feet. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say, it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breasts, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, I ought to make you proud. I say, it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need for my care. 'Cause I'm a woman, phenomenal woman, that's me.
So here we go. First, I'd like to recognize our 2021 honorees. If you're in the audience, if you would please stand. Professor Deborah Archer, I know is in New York, so she's not here. Nugent Blackburg, counselor, I think she's not here. Dr. Davida Foy Cartry, Lynn Gillette, Dana, who was representing Lynn Gillette, Pastor Nicole Grant Youngman, And Desiree Primus, I know she's probably over in that other town over there somewhere. Our 2022 honorees are Ashley Augustin, is she here? Florence Barlow. Marilyn Bowen. Marsha Hinckley. Miss Karen Jordan. And Miss Karen is the person who sponsored your boutonnieres tonight, ladies, your corsages rather. So, Ms. Sharon Rispoli sends her greetings to you all as well, and she welcomes you and congratulates you all. She was unable to be here tonight. She's watching some Broadway show. She says her students brought her at Christmas. Diane Monetta Smith. Masood Vora from Madina Academy. And the women officers of the Women's Windsor Police Department. Any ladies? Okay. So now, we'll move on to you all. This is your night. What you doing? Okay. And we will take a break halfway through, so I can catch my breath. Everybody can get something to eat, because we don't want to take any of this home, okay? All right, our first recipient is phenomenal woman, is Dr. Mary Lou Jepsen. Dr. Mary Lou Jepsen is a visionary in the tech industry. She doesn't just dream up the future, she actually creates it with over 250 paid patents and 50 game-changing products to her name. From virtual and augmented reality systems to laptops and smartphones, from holography to health wearables, Jepsen has touched a wide range of technologies. And she's not slowing down. Right now, she's working on a suite of cutting-edge diagnostics and therapeutic wearables aimed at curing cancer, mental disease, and stroke. Jepsen was executive director of engineering at both Google and Facebook, a CTO at Intel, and the founder of 4 successful startups, including 1 laptop per child, which transformed education in developing countries and became a multi-billion-dollar nonprofit. Jepsen is a former professor at MIT and currently serves as director at 2 public companies, LEA, New York Stock Exchange, a $20 billion Tier 1 automotive company, and Lazar, NASDAQ. The world leader in LiDAR systems. She advised government officials in multiple countries, including the United States, and has been recognized by Time magazine's Time 100 as one of 100's most influential people in the world. CNN's top 10 thinkers, Forbes 50 over 50, and numerous professional societies in the fields of optics, displays, and electronics. Jepsen is a sought-out-after keynote speaker and has given 2 highly viewed TED Talks. She frequently featured in top global press, publication, and is a true force to be reckoned with in the tech world. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mary Lou Jepsen, and receiving on her behalf is her niece, I believe. If you'll come forward, congratulations, Dr. Jepsen.
So, obviously I'm not Mary Lou, but I'm Amy Jepsen. I'm Don's middle daughter, still live here in town. She was always a really big influence for me growing up. I think it was my sophomore year of high school, I actually had her come speak at the high school. I've learned a lot from her, and I wish she could be here today, but obviously she's extremely busy out in California. But next time I see her, I'll definitely be giving her this.
Thank you. And just so you know, she can watch this later on YouTube or Win TV or something. And you all too. Our next recipient is my new best friend. She doesn't know it yet, but she's a friend of my head. Is none other phenomenal woman, Miss Bunny Fineman. Bunny Fineman is the Director of Arts and Humanities with Windsor Public School. She develops the district curriculum, instructional programming, and professional development in 7 departments, and is the co-founder, owner of World Class Consultation, LLC, which provides school leadership support through an anti-racist and equity lens. Bunny supervises teaching candidates at UConn and occasionally serves as a guest lecturer in their teaching preparation program. While she currently lives in Windsor, Bunny grew up just outside of New Haven, where she grew passionate about the rich local culture and vibrant diversity. Prior to entering a PhD program in educational leadership at the University of Kentucky, she completed a BA in English at Rutgers University, a MS in secondary English education from Southern Connecticut State University, and a 60-year certificate in educational administration from UConn. Bunny aspires to help school leaders navigate the current educational political climate that can prohibit the delivery of a truly democratic and culturally responsive education for all students. Other than working a lot, she enjoys spending time with her wife and 2 young boys. Ladies and gentlemen, phenomenal woman of Bunny Fineman, heavyweight.
That's a lot of people. I did not know we were saying anything, but thank you so much. This is a huge honor. I was extremely surprised at this when I received the email. But I would just say to everyone here, it is an honor to serve with the Board of, with our Windsor Public Schools and alongside the Board of Education. I love it. I am extremely passionate about it, and I would work nowhere else. So thank you very much.
And everybody knows this next person. Everybody. If you don't know, now you know. It's none other than a phenomenal woman of Windsor, Anita Mips. Miss Anita, I say Miss Anita because I'm a Southern boy. So this, hey Anita, you know, you knocked in the mouth for that, right? Miss Anita married and moved to Windsor in 1958. She was concerned about town history because she came from a town formed in 1719 that was visited by Ulysses S. Grant. What a surprise to find that she had become a citizen of the oldest town in Connecticut. Anita is well known in the town, well known. Did I say well known? Who don't know you, Miss Anita? She was the first woman appointed to the Town Planning and Zoning Committee in 1979 and has served as the chair of that committee since 1993. Miss Anita received recognition from the state for 25 years of service in 2005. Miss Anita was appointed by Governor O'Neill to the Governor's Youth Action Committee from 1986 to 1990. In 1987, she was appointed to the Windsor Bicentennial Constitution Committee, and in 2004, for the 375th anniversary of Windsor, and was responsible for updating the chronological history of the town. In 1977, Miss Anita became a Justice of the Peace and has performed the marriage ceremony of numerous couples over the years. Miss Anita has served on the Windsor Democratic Town Committee since 1973 and was honored as the Democrat of the Year in 1981. She often serves as vice chair or secretary of the committee as well. Since 1997, Ms. Anita has been the Democratic Registrar of Voters. In 2013, the Windsor Chamber of Commerce named her Citizen of the Year. She is a volunteer for the Windsor Art Center, the Windsor Historical Society, Windsor Chamber of Commerce, Northwest Park, and First Town Downtown. And now she's a phenomenal woman of Windsor. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Anita.
Washington left out the best part, 25 years working at Windsor High School. Already. There's probably a couple more I haven't seen. Just thank you very, very much. Somebody in the back interested there. Thank you very much.
This next lady is also very special to me and a friend in my head. I have all these friends in my head, and I'll sit on the front row, so you're not in my head anymore, right? Is none other than phenomenal woman of Windsor, Miss Laurel Pepin. Miss Pepin is a lifelong resident of Windsor. She received a BFA in photography from the University of Connecticut, although her management skills brought her on a different path. She has since returned to her artistic roots, designing liturgical art installations for her church and writing and photography creation every spare moment. And I have to say, Laurel, I look forward to seeing the display at First Church. Whenever you're changing over, I look forward to seeing what you've created. And it's always amazing. If you've never seen her work, you should stop by and look at it. Pastor Nicole will let you in. She's a phenomenal woman too. So. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome phenomenal woman of Windsor this year, Ms. Laurel Pepin.
So thank you, Judge Washington, for nominating me for this recognition. I'm humbled. And I'm filled with gratitude. First, for being the daughter of two amazing artists who are here tonight, Jane and Laurel Pepin. I'm grateful for my family who tolerates me disappearing for days on end into the wilds of Maine, chasing dark skies and cosmic light. I'm grateful for my First Church family who encourages mine and all of our creativity. I'm grateful for being part of the Windsor community who recognizes the importance of creativity and diversity on the vitality of this town. I'm on an amazing journey. My journey brought me last summer to the island of Iona off the coast of Scotland. I spent a week there, among other things, photographing and being inspired by stones and snails and seaweed. They have the most amazing seaweed there. I promise you that. One of those seaweed images that I received inspired a poem that I wrote, and I'd like to share it with you. The title of it is Sublime. I may never understand how the great swirling gases of Jupiter hold together as a planet with no ground. I may never understand the physiology of muscles and tendons that let my hand write of my fleeting amazements. I may never understand how we discovered that the slight difference in mass between a neutron and a proton lets birds and stars and us exist. I may never understand why my eyes evolved to see only a small spectrum of all the light waves that radiate. I may not be here when we discover what is the dark energy that drives our universe to accelerate its expansion. And I may not be here when we learn the secret language that entangled particles use to communicate faster than the speed of light. And yet, just being witness to the imagination, the genius, and the passion that each of us contributes to exploring the great mysteries is the fuel of my creativity. Thank you.
So let's tell you guys a secret. So the best part of this is letting people know that they are being honored. Same thing happens with bridge builders. She had the best reaction. What? Me? Why? What did I do? Rank number 1, Laurel. Rank number 1. All right. The next phenomenal woman, a Windsor Award winner this year, and she is phenomenal, is none other than Miss Patricia Gardner. Miss Patricia is a lifelong resident of Windsor. She started her professional career in the town's Human Resource Department. During her 9 years with the town, Patricia was committed to developing and implementing improved employment recruitment strategies to increase diversity, and served as staff liaison to, what else? The Windsor Human Relations Commission. Oh my God. She initiated a special collaboration with the A World of Difference, quote unquote, organization to conduct a diversity training seminar for the town staff, which led to an employee diversity training program that included the community. After working for the town, Patricia transitioned to higher education at Central Connecticut State University, where she served students for over 27 years. She's not a burden. Patricia is a proud member of Archer Memorial, shout out Archer, Zion Church in Windsor, and the role of Community Relations Ministry Liaison. She serves as committee chair for the annual Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. celebration sponsored by the Church for the Community. And if you haven't attended, you must attend. Yes. Yes. She has also been a member of the Windsor Freedom Trail Committee for over 26 years and serves as the current chair of an amazing team of dedicated members. More you will hear about it. Over the years, Patricia has been passionately involved in many initiative programs and committees within her church, job, and community to celebrate diversity and raise awareness of African American experiences, achievements, and contributions. Patricia holds a master's degree in counselor education, an associate and bachelor's degree in business administration. She feels blessed to have a loving, supportive family and is proud to be a part of the Windsor community. Ladies and gentlemen, a phenomenal woman of the year, Ms. Patricia Gardner.
I didn't know I was going to have to speak either. But when I got the call, I was very humbled and in a very unfamiliar place because I'm one to give, and give of myself, and so I'm not used to being in this position. So I'm just very grateful, and thank you so much to Judge Washington and the Human Relations Commission in this beautiful town I just want you to know that what I do comes from the heart, and it comes from what I get from God. I wake up every morning and I ask Him to guide my footsteps, guide my direction, and show me my purpose for that day. So whatever I do, it is a reflection of what He is having me to do. Thank you so much.
All my friends in my head. I just love it. This phenomenal woman came into my life, I want to say maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe something like that. And she is none other than Miss Lilian Castillo de Hutchinson. I just love the mess of your name. Miss Lilian Castillo de Hutchinson has been a member of the Loomis Chaffee community since 2003. Originally from Honduras, Central America, she was afforded the opportunity to live with her aunt and uncle in Northern Virginia and continued her secondary education. Lilian holds a bachelor's degree in international relations with a concentration in Latin American civilization from Randolph-Macon Women's College, and completed graduate work in Spanish language. You're going to have to teach me because I'm going to Columbia this year. So all I know is all and culture at the Universidad de Salamanca in Salamanca, Spain. Did I get that right? I'm doing good. Lilian has lived in various countries and traveled extensively throughout the world. Her passion for cultures, their history, brings an invaluable experience to her position as Director of Student Operations and co-advisor to PRISM, which is People Rising in Support of Multiculturalism, Loomis Student Multicultural Organization. She continues her work with students in promoting understanding and inclusion through the community through events and activities that enhance the learning of social justice and diversity. Lilian is a member of the Modern and Classical Languages Department, a Durham affiliate in Cultural Hall and Cutler Hall, and is head girls track and field coach. I'm out of breath already. Ladies and gentlemen, Phenomenal Woman of the Year, Miss Lilian Castillo de Hutchinson.
Thank you very much to everyone. I came to this town 20 years ago this May, and I couldn't think of any other place to raise a family. The aunt and uncle that raised me are right here. They've also moved to town. And so have my in-laws, Donna and Craig Soul. This town means a lot to me. I'm now the Associate Director of DEI at Loomis. And I still teach Spanish, and yes, I'm still the girls' track and field coach. But I think the most important thing that I continue to do is to make sure that people are seen and people and who they are. We are now at 14 different affinity groups on campus, and we do a lot of collaborative work with the Human Relations Commission, and we really enjoy being part of this town as Loomis Chaffee. And please be on the lookout this March. The students at Loomis, with the help of Judge Washington, we are creating a program for breast cancer awareness and women's history. And for survivors, it's a healing project. My mom is going to do some meditation work, and we have the head of Bay State obstetrics coming to talk about women's health. And it's really a time for breast cancer survivors to heal and know the passion of being in a healing society around this world. And there's no better town to do it than this one, so thank you.
Allez-vous foncer, je sais pas, supposed to say this one? That's not right. All right. So far, this young lady is our youngest bridge builder ever. And I am so beyond proud. I've watched you, young lady, for some time. I'm gonna mess up your name, but I'm trying. Where's the paper? There it is. Our next young phenomenal woman of Windsor is Kruti Dharsandiya. Yeah. Thanks for the phonetics. Hooked on phonics work for me. Kruti is a highly driven and disciplined student who is involved in numerous extracurricular activities. She expresses her strong leadership skills through the role she holds as the youngest co-chair of the Million Women Mentor Spaces of STEM work group, president of Future Business Leaders of America, and the class of 2023. SEL advocate and student representative for the state, and a member of the CASIS advisory board. Kruti is passionate about the business world and wants to double major in finance and marketing, pursuing a career as an investment banker. Girl, I need some help. I can't balance my checkbook, so I'll be calling you soon. Or a financial consultant to eventually lead her, you don't even use checkbooks anymore, do you? Lead her to a C-suite position. She has already begun to start her career and immerse herself in the business world by working as a financial and accounting assistant at CNC Financial firm since July of 2021, holding an internship at Moore Basketball Clinic for social media marketing, and attending the highly selective leadership in the Business World Summer Program at the Wharton School of Business. Most importantly, Kruti is constantly giving back to her community because she values living generously. She has been a keynote speaker at numerous statewide events regarding SEL, such as the Connecticut Association of Public School Superintendents Annual Conference and the National Urban Assembly SEL Conference. Additionally, she is always helping local residents by hosting fundraising and volunteering at community events and toys for single mothers, minority women, and young girls at Weaver High School. A common pattern through everything Kruti partakes in is her commitment and unwavering mindset of doing everything to the best level that she can. At the end of the day, her purpose that keeps her persisting and delivering to the highest level is to make an impact on others' lives and empower individuals to be their best selves. Ladies and gentlemen, Phenomenal Woman of the Year, Kruti Dharsandiya.
Good evening, everyone. I'm usually really good at speaking in front of people, but today, I'm on the spot. First, I want to say thank you to the Human Relations Commission for giving me this wonderful honor. I'm truly grateful. And I also want to say that with everything I do and everything that was stated, at the end of the day, what keeps me going is just being able to impact the lives of others and continuously give back. And it's unselfish. This is a great recognition, but truly being able to do that every single day is just a great honor, and being able to see other people come back and say, oh, this was helpful, or seeing others at Windsor High School even say, oh, this resonated with me. I wouldn't be here without my wonderful back row on that side. They can do a little wave. I want to thank them for everything that they do. Truly, I wouldn't be here without a great support system. None of us would be here without a great support system. And I'm really grateful for everyone who supported me on this journey, friends, family, teachers, but truly all three of them, they're wonderful human beings. The love, care, support, motivation, I always know that there's a foundation I can count on when I know I might not want to do something. I know they can always motivate me, encourage me to find my way, and also steal ideas from, because, hey, I need to steal ideas from someone. But I truly am thankful for them. And since it was International Women's Day yesterday, and it's Women's History Month, I do want to give a shout out to my female role model and my best friend, my mom. She is wonderful. Love her a lot. Again, thank you so much, and I appreciate this honor.
Now, would you please stand? All right, everyone. We got going. And shout out to the class of 2023. You do it. All right. So right now, we're going to take like a 10-minute intermission to allow people to go to the bathroom, get something to eat, get you something to drink, and then we'll continue. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these important messages. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start. But before I get started, I'm going to introduce my secretary, not my secretary, the commission secretary, which is Mr. James Madison, and he will be followed by my vice chair, Ms. Castella Copeland, who's been wanting to work all night.
Hi everybody, James Madison. I'm on the Human Relations Commission, obviously. I joined about, 8 months ago or so, and it's been extremely busy. Judge Washington runs a very excellent organization, keeps everyone hustling, and we have openings. So I'm here to shamelessly recruit anybody who's willing to join. We have about 10 meetings a year. We have 4 or 5 big events. You're in one right now. We also have bridge buildings, you know about that. We also have a lot of Juneteenth events. So we're very active. In fact, when I joined, they warned me that this is the most active commission in town. Active means to keep you busy. So, 6 to 8 hours a month of work coming into the one meeting. It's not that bad. It's actually a lot of fun. Kevin works a ridiculous amount, so he carries most of the burden. Cassie works another ridiculous amount, so those two run the show, and at least me, I try to keep up. Am I right? Okay. So if you're at all interested in the Human Relations Commission, if you want to be part of this, helping to organize these things, it's fun. It's not too much work, but it is some. And the meetings are really fun. Most of our meetings are just planning these events. So if you like planning, come to our events. If you like helping out with things like this, please think about joining the commission. Again, we have several openings right now. Just ask anybody how to apply. The personnel committee will ask a few questions. Make sure you're really interested. Make sure you're willing to work as much as the judge is going to put you to work. And then we would love to have you on the team. So again, we have openings. Please apply if you're even remotely interested. Thank you. And this is Cassie, the vice chair.
Hi. So I'm sure you'll hear about me later. I'm Castella, Copeland-Smith. I'm the vice chair of the Human Relations Commission. I'm just here to quickly promote some of our events coming up. So we are in the month of March, and March 31st is the deadline to sign up for the National African American Museum trip. We do have some tickets, so if you would like to go, the trip is going to take place from April 14th to the 16th. The main day is the 15th, so like you travel one day, you see the things, then you travel back the other day. And if you would like to go, we do have tickets. Please check out the flyer on our website and on our Facebook page. So that is coming up. The deadline to reserve your seat is March 31st. The event is happening during spring break in April, which is April 14th to the 16th. We also have a lot of other events coming up as well. In May, we're going to celebrate Asian American Pacific Islanders, and it's going to be great. We're going to have a Zoom conversation and lots of music and great things. And then finally, into June, that is our biggest month for Juneteenth. But before Juneteenth, we also have a men's health conversation going on, led by our lovely Secretary James. And that will be happening on June 11th from 2 to 4 p.m. on Zoom. Our next event will be on the 16th, and we're going to have Black Jeopardy here in this lovely space from 5:30 to 7:30. Then the next day, on the Saturday, on the 17th, we are having a performing arts event, which is a collaboration with the Town of Windsor Arts Center. That's happening from 2 to 4 p.m. The next day, the First Church in Windsor, on the 18th, which is Father's Day, is hosting a collaboration with Massey. They're doing a pastor swap. That is at 10 a.m. down the road over there.
And then finally on Monday, the 19th, we have the Juneteenth celebration, which is on the town green from 2 to 5 p.m. There will be lots of singing, lots of dancing. There is a dance-off, so come ready. And there will be a dinner and lots of performers, so stay tuned for all that. Yeah, that's our Juneteenth. What? Oh yes, and we're also going to have a little strut at the end to celebrate LGBTQ Pride Month. So please come to eat, be merry, and bring your heels if you want. Thanks.
See, I keep them hopping, don't I? I'm just not a pretty face. And James forgot to tell him that I send 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning emails.
I will tell you, if you join, your inbox is going to be out of control. That's your warning.
And while I'm here, I do want to introduce my commissioners. Obviously, my vice chair is Castella Copeland. Castella Elizabeth Copeland-Smith.
I got married.
Chris, raise your hand. Just came on. Okay. All right, that's my son-in-law too. I'm watching you, son. Alec is my student representative. She goes to Crack Academy. Elizabeth Moore is commissioner. She's our main person for, we're gonna have a box in front of, one of the boxes in front of CVS, hopefully. If Jane gets it together. Raise your hand, Jane. And Commissioner Armstrong, president on this commission since Jesus was born, along with Leonard Swade, who's not here tonight. Patrick is our liaison. James, and James' son, our junior commissioner. All right, and Patricia Mack is also a commissioner, and that's who we have for now. So we got some openings. So I'm going to get back to it, so y'all can go home before 9 o'clock. All right, our next one, I want a woman of Windsor, is none other than Miss Gwyn Muhlmeyer. Miss Muhlmeyer has been a member of the Windsor Volunteer Fire Department since 1999. The same year she moved to town. Why do we always get roped into stuff when we move to town? This is a volunteer role in which she has served while raising children and for many years while also working a full-time job. Less than 10 years after joining, Gwyn was promoted to lieutenant at Hayden Station, the role in which she currently serves today. Additionally, she is the clerk of Hayden Station and makes sure the paperwork and company obligations are reviewed and accurate. One notable contribution Gwyn makes to the town was starting the Fire Explorers, now the Junior Unit Company 6. She has co-run the program since 2001 when she initiated it. It is a wonderful opportunity for children ages 12 through 17 to bond with peers and mentors while learning about fire services and readying them to pursue their own volunteer or career opportunities in the field. On top of being a lieutenant clerk and running the junior unit, every year Gwyn runs a booth on behalf of the Windsor Volunteer Fire Department at the annual Nightmare on Broad Street Halloween event. She also represents Windsor at parades throughout Connecticut. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Gwyn Muhlmeyer.
This is all Brian Bosch's fault. He calls me, he says, well, I'm going to put you in for this. I said, for what? I'm really honored. Thank you, Brian and the rest of my guys back there.
it's just a calling, you know, the fire service is a really special group. And bringing the kids into it, and we've had quite a few join the fire department, gone into the military, gone to, you know, into fire science, into the fire marshal's office. So they make us proud. And, you know, we're here to serve the town of Windsor and to keep all of you safe. So thank you so much, and thank you guys.
No, thank you, Ms. Gwyn, for being phenomenal. All right. And here comes every hitter again. This is a phenomenal woman of Windsor, Ms. Kim Barberi. Ms. Kim Barberi joined Loomis Chaffee in 2021 as the Director of Human Resources. Prior to joining Loomis Chaffee, Kim served as a human resource business partner in Connecticut state government, providing on-site management of the human resources operations in the State Department of Education, where she served in numerous roles for over 35 years. You're only 20. Oh my God, what creeps are y'all using? Kim, 25 years, Miss Anita, and then Kim Coleman with his 35. Miss Patricia, what you laughing at? You got 30-something too? Kim holds a bachelor's degree in legal studies from the University of Hartford. At the University of Hartford, Kim attended the Hartford College for Women, HCW. The University of Hartford's Women's Advancement Initiative continues the legacy of HCW to promote the important work of supporting women's education and women's leadership. As an alumni, Kim is actively involved in the Women's Advancement Initiative program and events. Kim has been a Windsor resident for over 25 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Phenomenal Woman of the Year, Ms. Kim Barberi.
Been a little bit though. So, I am honored, first of all, I'm surprised to get this, but honored, and I count it a blessing to be among such wonderful women, and I look forward to paying it forward and continued service in Windsor and beyond. So thank you to all of you, and I'm just glad to be here. Thank you.
Now, I'll say Ms. Laura got the audio part down pat, but your email response was dead on. Oh, no. All right. Let's see here. We are at Phenomenal Woman of Windsor, Miss Chef Renee Williams. That's not her. That's a facsimile of her. Chef Renee is professionally and classically trained with a special focus on whole food plant-based WFPB nutrition. She received her certification in WFPB during the pandemic to make a difference in the lives of others. She spearheaded a free weekly online education segment entitled Lunch and Learn, in which she spoke about ways to support the immune system and improve physical and mental health. Chef Renee's goal is to change the way we think of food and eat, one meal at a time. She believes one of the most important jobs she has to educate about the benefits of making healthy food choices and how these choices contribute to longevity. She enjoys sharing her knowledge about how to maintain our food's vitamins and nutrients. A former television and radio host, she remains engaged with her followers regularly. Chef Renee has a sparkling personality and loves everything and anything food. In the industry, Chef Renee is known as a premier caterer to private, public, and corporate leaders and has authored 2 books, hosted a cooking show, started a magazine, Total Body Wellness, that especially aids Black women and women of color to make healthy choices. Additionally, Chef Renee has a thriving online presence, provides cooking classes and demonstrations, and outlines conversations you should be having with your doctor. Her podcast will launch this year, and a new book, What a Vegetarian, What a Vegan, good Lord, why? It's scheduled to be released this year. She is the mother of 3 and married the love of her life 30+ years ago. She won't tell the exact time. She won't think that was meant to be a joke. I messed that up. She resides in both Windsor, Connecticut and Princeton, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, phenomenal woman of the year, Chef Renee Williams.
So, of course, Chef prepared a speech for me. Good evening and hello to everyone here tonight. My name is Trina Gallo and I am the event coordinator for Simply Chef Renee. And apparently the spokesperson. She's waiting for that, so I was waiting. It is, of course, an honor to be here with all of you talented, beautiful, and amazing women of Windsor. She would like once again to give you all a round of applause. Each of you deserve this recognition. You are all amazing, including the gentlemen here tonight in support of these outstanding women. As a member and a part of the family of Simply Chef Renee, we are all truly grateful, thankful, and honored to be represented among some of Windsor's best, because we all possess greatness. Chef Renee would have been here, but her husband came down with COVID, and she didn't want to take a chance and create a spreader event. She has continued to test negative, and both are doing great. He's in his last 2 days of quarantine and sends his apologies as well. At Simply Chef Renee, we do our best to provide excellence and honor with our services as well as with our food. Chef Renee loves what she does, and she loves those she serves. She sees her talent as a gift and a movement of inspiration to provide not only aesthetically pleasing food, but delicious food and food that heals, motivates, and inspires. She hopes that all of us here tonight will leave having been inspired from others, that we challenge ourselves to be and live our best lives no matter what we are doing. Now she says I can say something on behalf. And it is that I knew Chef Renee years ago. We met in this hospitality industry, and we wanted to work together, but at that time it didn't work out. And it truly is things happen at the right time and place. And this last year, I had the honor of joining her team, an all-female team. And it is a beautiful, just gathering of great minds. But it's led by a great woman who, she is great at what she does, but she appreciates who she's working with. You don't work for her, you work with her. When she's going out to get new jobs or events, it's what will you do that will benefit this? What will bring out the best in you? And not a lot of bosses offer that. And she also has a great man behind her who knows her passion and helps support her in accomplishing all her goals. And everything she does with passion. Every customer she has, she customizes to their wishes, their dietary needs. And it is just a beautiful thing to be a part of. So, in closing, we just like to say, may God continue to send down his rays of love, peace, and good health to each of you. And we thank you again for Chef Renee. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. With our next phenomenal woman, Miss Carmen Rincon. Again, I'm not calling you Carmen, it's Miss Carmen. Okay. Got it? Okay. All right, Miss Anita. Miss Carmen spent 40 years as a teacher in Puerto Rico. She's only, what, 30? Come on, Miss Carmen. Puerto Rico at the Harvard Public School System. Presently, Ms. Carmen volunteers at the food bank in Windsor, where she received the Volunteer of the Year Award in 2021. She is an active member of First Church Windsor, where she served as on the Christian Outreach Committee, Children's Ministry, and hiring committees. When volunteers are needed, Ms. Carmen, although she likes to stay in the background, she participates every year in the town's Secret Santa project and at Hartford Imacare Shelter. Carmen has also been involved with nonprofit agencies, including Hands on Hartford, and is currently a liaison for Covenant to Care of Hartford in Hartford. Ms. Carmen earned a Bachelor of Arts in Education from the University of Puerto Rico and a Master of Arts in Child Welfare from the University of St. Joseph's. She had the honor of participating at the NASA Glenn Research Center in Cleveland, Ohio, as part of Wesleyan University's Fellowship Program project to increase the mastery of mathematics and science, PIMMS. Ms. Carmen has been a resident of Windsor since 1989 and lives with her husband, Caesar. Her greatest joy is her 3 children and her 4 grandchildren. And it's so wonderful to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, Phenomenal Woman of the Year, Ms. Carmen Rincon.
We weren't told we were going to speak, so this is a little put you on the spot. When I got a message on the phone from Judge Washington, I wasn't home, so I heard it, and I had to play it again. And I said, what? And then he says, I nominated you, girl. So I said, oh boy. I want to tell you, I usually am behind the curtain, but I am very honored and very humbled that I would be considered to be awarded tonight. My greatest joys, of course, are God, my family, my friends, my brothers and sisters from First Church Windsor, and thank you for this gift. Thank you.
Our next phenomenal woman is none other than Ms. Rebecca Jacobsen. I like to tell y'all this. I like telling y'all these side stories, right? So when I think I emailed you, right, Rebecca?
Yes, you did.
And she was like, she responded. She used to be a commissioner too. She still is commissioner. She just had to go. Yeah, always. Once Dick can tell you that. Once you're a commissioner, you're always doing that. So she wrote me back. She says, but I haven't done anything. Girl, you're a mom with 5 kids. You've done something. Phenomenal woman Rebecca Jacobsen moved to Windsor with her husband, John, and 5 children in the spring of 2018. She immediately became an active member of the Windsor community. In the fall of that year, she joined the Quantum PTO and was tasked with chairing the committee to raise money for a new school playground. She spent countless hours learning and educating parents about the process and insisted on accessibility for all students as a top priority. In March of 2020, Becky became a member of the Human Relations Commission. She helped to organize the End Racism Now mural outside the Windsor Public Library and Windsor's first Juneteenth celebration. Becky worked for school safety at Windsor High School during the 21-22 school year after noticing a need for more women in that position. She joined the Windsor Education Foundation in the fall of 2022, where she helps raise and distribute grants to educators in the town. Becky is a fierce advocate for diversity and inclusivity, not only within Windsor's education system, but for the town as a whole. When she's not causing trouble at the Board of Education or town council meetings, you can find Becky organizing food drop-offs for community members in need of feeding her best friend who would not have a home cooked meal otherwise. Ladies and gentlemen, Phenomenal Woman of the Year, Rebecca Jacobsen.
I promised my kids I'd say hi to them. They're in the back. Nova, Finn, Gage, Liam, and Kyan, and my husband John have been sitting quietly. I don't think it takes like a rocket scientist to figure out like I don't belong up here in the company of these amazing women. Like my biggest claim to fame is probably being a professional breeder to my little neuro-spicy clan over there. But I am extremely honored, humbled, grateful for the honor, grateful to call several women sitting in the front row my friends, grateful to know phenomenal friends who inspire me and make me aspire to do things to help the community, and for my sweet husband who makes me a better woman. So thank you.
I don't know, I need to understand this. Why do ladies always think motherhood is not a job? It is a job. It's a job above, but you know. We need to talk to Congress about that. That's where reparations can come in. And our next phenomenal woman, I tried to hold off for this one for her dad. Is her dad here? Yes. We finally made it. I've been just moving this back and back and back. It's none other than my vice chair, my sidekick, my all in all. She's my daughter. I don't care what her parents say. We talked, Margaret and Charlie had her, but she's my child. Okay, anyway. It's none other than my vice chair, Castella Elizabeth Copeland-Smith. Castella Copeland-Smith is an educator and currently in the graduate program. I read that wrong. I'm going to start over. Castella Copeland-Smith is an educator and currently the graduate program coordinator for the Psychological Science Department under the class of Liberal Arts and Sciences at the University of Connecticut. She was previously a social justice educator, providing curriculum and content for prep schools, the Chef Movement Group, the National Conference for Community and Justice, NCCJ, and additional nonprofit groups across the state of Connecticut. Castella is currently a fifth-year doctoral student at the Liberty University online program with a concentration in educational leadership. She graduated from UConn in 2017 with 3 bachelor's degrees, and in 2019 with a master's degree. Castella's interests include contributing to the theory of intersectionality through that's her favorite word too, through a creative problem-based learning perspective and interactive curricula. She also facilitates advocacy through the spoken word on the intersections of multicultural and queer experiences through online and in-person events as the vice chair of the Windsor Human Relations Commission. Castella also has assisted with the creation of events and podcasts for the National Black Cooperative, including engaging dialogues around current social injustices. Additionally, Castella has been a peer mentor for marginalized youth for over 10 years and delights in finding new ways to connect with people of all ages. Most recently, she has become a national figure skating champion on the adult figure skating track. In her free time, which is never, you can find her figure skating, making paper cranes, analyzing anime, or enjoying time with her family, or and having a break with her husband, Christopher. When I'm not sending her an email at 2 in the morning with an idea. Then she tells me, no, Kevin, we can't do that. Ladies and gentlemen, anyway, well, please welcome my vice chair and phenomenal woman of the year, Castella.
Thank you to the Town of Windsor Human Relations Commission. I really appreciate it. It's been a lovely journey from the pandemic to now, just being a part of this group. I'm very honored and very humbled. I do a lot of education work, not for accolades, but because I want to bring joy to students to be the best versions of themselves so that they can find the joy and they can be the next inspiration like for years to come. I like to see it as planting seeds. So anytime I do this education work, that's what motivates me, is to plant seeds. Not all of them are going to grow, or maybe they won't grow yet. They might take years. So I'm very honored, very thankful, and I'll turn it back over to Chairman.
So now we come to our last award of the evening. Now it's of the year. It is of the year. And I don't know if is anyone here from Madina? I don't think so. And I will remind the honorees, we will take a picture right here in the center at the end, and again for the press and media. Our last award this evening is the Phenomenal Women of Windsor Award, Group Award to Women Administrators and Teachers of the Madina Academy. The Madina Academy provides an academically challenged and safe environment that fosters creativity, community engagement, and strong character based on the Islamic faith. The vision of Madina Academy is to graduate generations of scholars who have a strong Muslim identity and ready to compete in the global society. Madina Academy is dedicated to equipping students with the necessary tools and resources needed to be globally competitive, college and career ready, productive Muslim citizens. The school's core values and beliefs are: 1, Islam is the basis of everything done at the academy. 2, all members of the community, the school community, are dedicated to support students' development academically, morally, socially, and religiously. 3, they are dedicated to providing students a world-class education that is competitive with the best and highest performing public and private schools in the nation. 4, they recruit, hire, and retain qualified teachers to carry out the academy's mission and vision tirelessly. 5, they believe parents are vital partners in the success of the educational cycle. And 6, they believe each student is unique and is a precious addition to the culture and diversity of the school. They cater to all their students' needs to ensure they help each student reach their fullest potential. Ladies and gentlemen, Phenomenal Women of Windsor, Women Administrators and Teachers Award winner is Madina Academy. To be here tonight, so I accept this award in their honor, and I thank you. Please enjoy the remaining refreshments over there. Thank you for being here this evening. 2023, ladies, would you please stand and greet your audience? And thank you for everything that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, travel safe, be safe, go with God, be blessed, and take care of yourselves and each other, and have a wonderful evening. Good night. And we are ready for photo ops in the horseshoe in the front, please. Oh, you know.
Met before, but only on her behalf.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank
She's
you for
awesome.
this.
She's awesome.
It was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Feel free to take a little closer. Suck it up. And that's a wrap.